In this video, I will share with you the best books for NoFap divided into 4 categories. First, all the essential books you need to read to understand and quit this addiction. Second, the books to take control of your habits and improve your willpower. Third, the books that will give you the most motivation and improve your mindset to overcome this addiction. And 4, the books that will help you with dating and recovering your masculinity. With that said, let's get right into it. The first essential book is The Porn Myth. What I like about this book is that it completely destroys every single myth that supports adult content use. First, it addresses all the myths that promote adult content as entertainment or harmless fun. It also destroys all the myths that promote the adult content industry as honorable. It also destroys all the myths that promote adult content as part of a healthy sexuality. And finally, it explains why adult content will destroy all your relationships. Now, let's talk about habits. The first recommended book is Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is one of the best books I've read in my entire life. The author explains that any permanent change in behavior will only occur once you change the type of person you believe you are. And the best way to do this is by constructing a new identity by adopting new habits. Inside this book, you will learn the exact tactics you need to build new habits and break bad habits. The next book is Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. This book contains timeless success principles by the master of personal achievement, Napoleon Hill. This book will not only motivate you to become your best version, but it also explains that if you want to do something great with your life, you must, and I repeat, you must get your sexual desires under control, otherwise they will ruin your life, usually to your detriment. And I bet you can relate to this. Not being able to control your sexual desires makes you waste your time, being tired all the time, and being full of shame and regret. The next book is No More Mr. Nice Guy by Dr. Robert Glover. In my experience, the worse your addiction to adult content is, the less attractive and successful you'll be with women. I think this is because adult content makes you feel worthless and full of shame, and this makes you behave as a nice guy with women, and they despise these types of men. This book will help you undo these behaviors and will teach you how to stand up for yourself, set boundaries, love yourself, and realize that you are enough and don't need to prove anything to anyone, especially women. The next book is Your Brain on Porn by the legend Gary Wilson. I love 2 things about this book. The first one is that it explains in detail the science behind why adult content is so addictive and why it's normal to find it so compelling. It also explains that it's not your fault to be addicted to adult content, but it's your responsibility to do something about it and free yourself from it. The second thing is that the book is full of success stories from guys just like you who have overcome this addiction, and this is extremely motivating, at least from my perspective. Coming up next is The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. I think this is the perfect companion to Atomic Habits. Both books are the only ones you need if you're interested in building or getting rid of habits. A concept that I find very interesting and that helped me a lot was building a keystone habit, which is a habit that will trigger positive habits and destroy negative habits. Of course, this varies from person to person, but I suggest you find your own keystone habit that will help you get rid of adult content. The next book is one of my all-time favorites and is Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Whenever I find myself complaining or making excuses or being ungrateful or struggling in life, I simply remember David Goggins' story and I immediately get back on track. No matter how hard you think your situation is, I believe this book can inspire you to be more resilient and push beyond your current limits. In addition, if David Goggins could overcome his obstacles, you can overcome yours because we are all humans, no excuses. The next book is the only dating book you'll ever need and is Models by Mark Manson. I believe that a positive dating life is important if you want to quit adult content long term. Why? Because we are biological creatures who desire to be intimate with members of the opposite sex, and this is normal, natural, and healthy. That's why you must educate yourself with regards to dating, and this book will help you do that without silly techniques or any toxic red pill advice. This book is more like a self-improvement guide than a dating book, because at the end, real dating advice is self-improvement. Brother, remember that you can get any of these audiobooks completely free by clicking the link in the description of this video and signing up to your audible.com free trial. The next essential book is The Porn Trap. In this book, the authors, who are two amazing sex and relationship therapists, explain the destructive power of instantly available adult content and how it's ripping apart the fabric of society. I think this book can help you deal with cravings, improve your self-esteem, get rid of your shame, and develop a healthy sexuality. Coming up next is The Willpower Instinct. This book explains the science behind self-control and what you can do to get more of it. Thanks to this book, I learned that my willpower is like a muscle. I can train it to get stronger, but I also need it to let it rest for maximum health. The book also contains exercises and tools you can use to improve the strength of your willpower so you can control yourself when you need it the most. One thing that I learned is that too much self-control is bad for your health, and you need to enjoy some pleasure from time to time, but obviously it should be healthy pleasures, not toxic like adult content. The next book is In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts by Dr. Gabor Mate. Dr. Gabor Mate is an addiction expert who worked with thousands of addicts throughout his life. In this book, he explains why all addictions share the same characteristics. Any addiction is a defense mechanism to escape from feelings of discomfort and pain in the present moment. The best thing I learned from this book is that if you're struggling with an addiction right now, which you are, otherwise you'll not be watching this video, you need to be kind and compassionate with yourself. Being rude with yourself will only make you feel worse, and you'll want to escape this feeling by engaging in your addiction. The next book is The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. If the book No More Mr. Nice Guy teaches how to stop being a simp and a man who women don't respect, The Way of the Superior Man will teach you how to become a real man. Being a real man involves different aspects of your life like your career, women, your health, and so on. Inside this book, David shares his best advice on how you can be your most masculine way in each of these areas. The next essential book is Porn Free. The biggest takeaway I got from this book is that adult content is not the problem. It's simply a backward solution that your biological instincts had found for its purpose. This book will help you uncover the reasons behind why you use adult content, what you're trying to escape from, and how you can stop watching it. The next book is The Brain That Changes Itself. If you ever thought that the damage adult content has done to your brain is irreversible, then this book is for you. Dr. Deutsch shares in this book that the brain is a malleable organ that's capable of changing throughout all human life. In this book, he also shares multiple stories of men who suffered from erectile dysfunction due to adult content addiction and how they recovered by simply removing adult content from their life. Brother, if you need help getting rid of your addiction to adult content, I have a free video that will give you the 10 best tips to quit adult content right now. You can watch this video completely free by clicking the link below this video. So make sure to do that right now, and I'll see you, brother.